What is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today.
And in today's video, I'll be doing a showcase based off of the Star Wars Mandalorian show on Disney+. Now, needless to say, this show has kind of come out of nowhere with how great it is, and in the age of Disney Star Wars, it is absolutely the highlight of new Star Wars content. So, I'm really excited to break down these figures. Some of them are based off of the actual LEGO minifigures we've got from the LEGO Mandalorian set, and others are custom purist tutorial figures, which basically means that the figures have been made using nothing but 100% official LEGO parts and pieces with no alterations, with the exception of 2 parts as we get through it. But we'll get there when we get there, and I'm excited to start breaking down these custom figures for you starting now. So here we've got the Mandalorian, which is basically his appearance from the LEGO set that came out to go with the Mandalorian show itself. It was that AT-ST walker, and it's a really, really great looking figure. I really love this figure. The only upgrade that I made here is adding a neck bracket so that you could put the gun that he has on his back. And what I did to build this is I used a neck bracket with a stud coming off the back. And then attached to that stud, I put a 1x1 clip piece that clips the center lightsaber piece of the gun and lets you clip his rifle to his back. So it's a really simple upgrade to make, and I'll show you the next Mandalorian armor coming up right here. Alright, so here we've got the Beskar armor, which is his armor that he gets from the final, act of the show. And to build this, I used the legs from Lego Batman from the Lego Movie 2 in his Apocalypse-Berg style suit. The torso is from Jango Fett. I gave him dark brown arms with black hands. I gave him a brown cape from one of the other Mandalorian people from the Mandalorian Battle Pack. Then I used the head and helmet from the Mandalorian figure that comes from the show. And then I gave him the jetpack, which he gets in the final episode of Season 1. So I think when you put all that together, it makes for a really solid figure, and it's definitely accurate to the show. And when you get that accurate, you can't help but love it. And here we've got Kuiil the Ugnaught. Now, I have to say that somewhere along the line in my Star Wars collection, I lost my Ugnaught minifigure, so I can't include him in the thumbnail or anything like that. But this is basically what I would use as just one of the standard Ugnaughts that we've gotten from LEGO Star Wars in the past. If you guys have any ideas for the torso or things like that, you could drop a comment below and let me know. But like I said, I kind of lost my figure somewhere along the way. Not really sure where it is these days, but hopefully he's out there and, I don't know, maybe somebody found him and has him in their LEGO collection. But in any case, we'll keep moving on with this showcase and keep breaking down these custom figures right here, right now. Here we've got Cara Dune, who of course is the Mandalorian's kind of sidekick, accomplice in most of the series, and she's actually my favorite character aside from the Mandalorian himself. She really delivered in the show, and for the LEGO figure, I'm just showing you here the actual Cara Dune LEGO minifigure we got with that Mandalorian AT-ST set, because I'm really not sure how you could upgrade it beyond this. Now, I know she has a tattoo running along this side of the arm, but there's no piece that actually looks like that, so short of taking a Sharpie to it or something, I think that this figure just kind of is best to be left as it exists, and we'll keep rolling on with this showcase since there's nothing else to say here. Here we've got Greef Karga, and I do want to say a shout out to my pal LegoBoy95 over on Instagram for the heavy inspiration of this figure. Basically, the only thing that I did here is change the legs, but he came up with this design, so credit where credit's due. So to build this figure, you'll need the hair and head from Winston Zedmore from the LEGO Ghostbusters line of sets. I think that works really well. The torso comes from Kai-Adi-Mundi from LEGO Star Wars, the most recent version of him as of this video. I gave him a brown cape there, and then the legs are actually from Tasu Leech from Star Wars The Force Awakens, and I think when you put all of that together, it makes for a really great look for Greef Karga. I'm really happy with the way this turned out, and once again, shout out to LegoBoy95 for the idea here. Here we've got IG-11, and I did a previous video explaining how to build this, but since we're already watching this one, I'll explain it here again. So the head is from IG-88. It's just a 1x1, like, kind of canister round piece there. Then below that, we have a 1x1 brick that I drew some Sharpie on for his bandolier. But on the inside of that, you can see that there's a peg running through there, or more like a pole. But I had to cut the pole on this end because it was too long. So I just used a pair of wire cutters for that. Then I put some gray droid arms on either side of that altered pole. Then beneath that pole, I used not one, but two 1x1 studs that have a hole in the center. And then you can see that for a hip joint, I used a T piping piece, and I stuck the top of that T piping piece between these two 1x1s that it's held to this. So that's kind of how you build the main torso frame there. Then to build the legs, I used these clip pieces. I'm not sure what to call them, but you can see it visualized here. I used one of each of those on the legs, and then inside of those legs, I used one of these pieces, which again, I don't know what it's called, but you can visualize it here, and I put that piece on top of a 1x1 plate piece and put all that together, and you have my design of IG-11. So I'm really happy with the way that this turned out, and we'll keep rolling on with this showcase. Alright, so here we've got everybody's favorite Baby Yoda, and I will be honestly shocked if LEGO doesn't do their own version of Baby Yoda to cash in on all the hype, but until then we're gonna have to make our own. So to make this version of Baby Yoda that you're looking at here, it's just the most recent version of Yoda from the LEGO minifigure, of course, with a 1x1 little canister piece, I guess, to build his body, and then I put him in one of these knapsacks that you see a lot in LEGO City sets with robbers. Now, to build his cradle, I actually did have a design for that as well, and to build that, I used a 1x4 plate on the bottom, then a 1x1 piece here with studs on either side, with these 1x4 arch pieces right there. Then on the inside, I used a 1x1 jumper to put another one of these little canister pieces there. Then there's a brick piece on the side here that has studs on all four sides. We've got a 1x1 jumper here just for design. Another 1x1 jumper here with a cheese piece here. And then you could just switch the head and move it over here, and then Baby Yoda's in his cradle. And then, of course, if you have the piece, you could use a 1x2 clear piece and make the cradle kind of hover like that. So I think that that's a really interesting way to build a brick-built version of his cradle. And that's my design of Baby Yoda. And last but certainly not least, we've got Moff Gideon. Now, the interesting thing about Moff Gideon is he had this Darksaber, which is really cool to see. But I do want to say, as far as this character goes, I really like Lego Boy 95's design of this. Once again, I think that he used the young Lando head from Solo: A Star Wars Story, and it's got a great mustache and sideburns, but unfortunately, I don't have any of the sets from Solo. I just really didn't care for that movie, so no reason to spend the money on the sets, so I don't have that. So my next best suggestion would be to use Falcon's head from Avengers Infinity War, because I did like that movie. But in any case, Falcon's head, you would want to use this slicked back black hair, which came on the original version of Winston Zedmore, but also on several versions of Bruce Wayne from over the years. Now moving down, the torso and legs are from the First Order pilot from Star Wars The Force Awakens, with a black cape added, and then I gave him this black sword, and you can see that there's a little bit of white effect on the end, and all I did was I took a bottle of whiteout, if you can believe it. Whiteout just like this, and I just took the little wand of the whiteout here and kind of just gently pushed it along the edge of the sword, and then it leaves a little white trail. And of course it's not perfect, but I don't really have a lot of experience painting Lego pieces, and I thought, the majority of people out there watching this would probably have whiteout at home, so you could try that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and round this out, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this showcase, The Mandalorian as a whole, and I'll give you all the final thoughts, and I'll stop blabbering here. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this showcase. If you like The Mandalorian and if you like these customs, be sure to drop a comment below and let me know which of these figures you like the best. Be sure to hit like and subscribe as well for more LEGO content just like this that already exists on my channel, as well as stuff that's coming down the pipeline. Be sure to drop a comment and let me know what you'd like to see next here on my channel, and I will see you guys on the next video. So, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, build on. If you liked what you saw and you liked what you heard, feel free to click that subscribe button for more LEGO content coming in the near future. So, thanks for tuning in to today's video, and until next time,
build on.